Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another wonderful day in Link to the Past Randomizer League. I am Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, commentating for this wonderful race. We got two awesome teams up on the list. We've got on the left Feline Paralysis with Sicknasty representing. And over on the right, we've got Shovel is the True Go Mode with Alyn. I'm probably mispronouncing that. But we've got these two awesome runners going to be playing some Randomizer for us today. Gonna be expecting some pretty fun stuff. We'll be seeing something here in just a moment as we're waiting for the clock to tick down. Gotta love these 10-minute delays. While we're waiting for the clock to go ahead and finish ticking down, I do want to remind everyone that this is actually week 3. As you can see at the top there, this is the Randomizer week. Basically wrapping up the shuffling of all enemies and bosses. Oh, and there we go. Alright. Sicknasty and Shovel, or Alyn, starting off in Link's house, getting just a big 20. Sicknasty gonna go ahead and dip on out, go to the Sanctuary, while Alyn is heading up to Uncle, pay him a visit. Looks like we just got more money in the Sanctuary chest. Not a whole lot to go with right there. We do get a map check, and it looks like we've got normal crystals over on Desert and Eastern, and a blue pendant over on Tower of Hera. So no 5/6s yet, no green in play. That'll be interesting. Uncle for us. Gives us a big old bit of love. And just a little bit of love in the secret chest. So nothing too great, but you know, every little bit of health helps. Definitely. Over in the Lost Woods, though, we are getting a little bit of love growing out of that mushroom patch. About to find out what the thief's got hiding in his little grove here. Ooh, our first sword. Hot dog. That is always a great thing to find in an early Randomizer. The one thing that you never want to get stuck with in this game mode is no weaponry. Because, yeah, it's not fun dodging everything. Ooh, Alyn getting a really nice bomb drop there for the cactus. Sicknasty gonna have to hope that Blind's got some bombs down in his chest. Just a small shield, some more money. Ah, there we go, some bombs. Very nice. Oh, and that was a lumberjack check over on our right side. Thankfully, nothing, so we don't have to worry about visiting Naga for that, at least. And there is our blue nick. So we are going to have some good defense here. Again, with Randomizer mode, it is definitely something you want a lot of. Having to go through with all this worry about dying in 1 or 2 hits, not fun. Coming up on the well checks now. Let's see what we got in the first chest. Just more money. At least we can get some stuff going for the bottle merchant here. Stocking up our vampire skewers. A little bit of love, a little bit more money, and a lot bit more money. Ooh, and we're getting our Master Sword from our wonderful bottle merch. And see what the old lady's hiding. Oh, just more love. Almost wrapping up our Kakariko visit. Sicknasty is going to go ahead and check into the shop here and pick up some more bombs. Smart move. I mean, having 10 bombs is better than none, that's for sure. And yeah, from the way we're going, this very well may give us an early butter seed just like the rest. They've been very kind to us lately. It looks like we are done with our Kakariko visit. Aside from just swords, nothing really to bat an eye over. Checking the library, though. Nah, just some money. Don't need to worry about picking up those late fees. Sicknasty's just gonna go ahead and check out the maze game, and it didn't look like it was anything. Ah, yeah, it was the blue boomerang. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, Alyn following suit. Gonna go ahead and pick up their piece of heart, while Sicknasty is heading down to the South Shore. He's got bombs in tow, he's got Master Sword, this is gonna be as simple as pie. Alright, we drained that water, so let's see what we get. What soggy item are we having? Just soggy money. Oh well. Pushing some blocks, get another heart piece. Woo! This is not a front-loaded seed so far. Ooh, getting an easy Moldarm cave. I guess we're getting the little black scraggly cave. Or whatever you want to call those little wormy dudes. See if we get anything good. So far, it's just been a lot of money and a lot of hearts. Ooh, Canis Amaria. Ice Rod and more bombs. Alright, so not progression, but, you know, those are two items that you don't want to be sticking late game for, because it's annoying to try and find those dudes. Now, the very fun thing here will be which one of these two wants to go ahead and take the risk and fake Flipper. Because as you all know, this is Randomizer, and we may not be lucky in having an enemy that will chase us real quickly over water. Ooh, getting our first bottle over an Ice Rod Cave. Ooh, and Alyn is actually going to go ahead and check over the desert area, see what's over on Desert Ledge, and visit Agina in his old, smelly fart cave. Meanwhile, Sicknasty is going to go ahead and pay a visit to Uncle, probably do the front half of Escape, since He's already got that Master Sword. Go ahead and bomb this wall, and... drum roll, please. It's the single arrow of destiny! He's taken the lead. Alright, back to the fun game. Having to deal with a couple of Gibdos in that escape room. Ooh, Alyn's gonna go ahead and take the eastern route. Gonna see what's over on Floating Island first, and get some bombs, of course. Ooh, was that Bombos? Oh, I think that was Bombos. There's definitely some form of medallion. Hey, welcome to Speed Gaming 5, to our wonderful, wonderful race. We've just started off with Sicknasty and Alyn here, racing to see who can beat each other. So far, not a whole lot found. We did find Arcane and our Ice Rod in the Mini Moldarin Cave. Already up to Master Sword. But now we're checking over the eastern Saha Closet area and the front of Escape, so let's see which one we've got. Ooh, flippers are going to be very nice. And the Book of Medora, so not only can we swim, we are literate. So this makes the flipper checks a whole heck of a lot more appetizing. And we can actually go into Desert. Still need a glove and a fire source to go ahead and complete it, but that is not bad at all. I'm just hoping that we don't need the boots to get that stuff on the torch, of course. Let's see, Saha is teaching people to swim and to read. Is he the CEO of the YMCA right now? So far in the front of Escape, haven't had much in the way of anything, really. Let's see if this is going to be something good. Nope, it's just the map. And not going to be worth it for Sicknasty to go ahead and check that middle chest. He is still missing a small key, so if it happens to be in the back of Escape, then he's kind of stuck in that regard. So it looks like he is going to go ahead and check out the Eastern Saha Closet play as well. A big key in the first chest in the Eastern, so that's going to be nice for routing's sake. Now, unless we go ahead and find either the Fire Rod or the Lamp, completing Eastern is still going to be out of logic, but dark rooms are not going to be a problem for these folks. Ooh, finding the compass, so we've got ourselves, hopefully, at least 2 more items. Well, we're going to have 2 items, that's for sure, but maybe we'll luck out and have 3 without fighting the boss. Oh, and yeah, that was Turtle Rock as a green pendant. That is nice. So that ice rod may come in handy for other places, but hopefully it's not for vanilla Turtle Rock. Or, excuse me, Thieves Town. I'm a doofus. I can't read. Ooh, and that is a lamp. And red meringue! The other best item. And yes, that was actually Bombos on Lake Hylia, so if we need that, we know where to get it. Ooh, enemies being really nice for the fake flippers, but thankfully we already have them, so no worries there. And what do we got from the man under the bridge? More vampire skewers! Which may have just been skewers for his food this time around. So we've got some decent progression so far over in Eastern. That lantern is not only going to let us finish the dungeon, but yeah, that lets us go ahead and climb up Aga Tower if we want to. Still kind of missing that Moon Pearl, you know, because that's kind of a requirement to get in the Dark World and finish the game, but who's counting? Meanwhile, over on Sicknasty's side, we are going to go ahead and get ourselves a Waterfall Fairy check. Just some money and, ooh, our Quake Medallion. I mean, that's kind of, if you want to say that's pseudo-vanilla-ish, I mean, just as long as it was in the other world and slightly lower, then it'd be vanilla. Now we're checking to see what's on there. Ooh, look at that! Speak of the devil and he shall appear. We got ourselves a Moon Pearl. Well, folks, you know what that means. We just got a few more checks to do before we gotta get ourselves over to Aga Tower. Now, sadly, the only one we haven't seen so far is Dark Cross and what's on Armos. Now that we've got the book, we can go inside Desert to see what we got in there. But if there's nothing in Desert, nothing Dark Cross, and nothing on Zora, then we got ourselves an Agaseed once again. Oh, that's true. We do have a bottle, so Sick Kid is there. But everyone forgets Sick Kid. Oof, this room is not being too kind with those little mini Helmosaurs. Kind of difficult to try and kill things when it's just making you bounce all over the place. Ooh, we got ourselves a blind fight in Eastern. Not bad at all. With that blue male, this is going to make it a little bit easier too. Don't have to worry about getting blindsided by his head. No pun intended. Ooh, Alyn's got to be real careful, though, even though that's just one heart of damage each hit. That got him down close. Oh, you got to be real careful, dude. Use them pause buffer strats if you need. Just be careful. Oof, that is our first death of the match. Only 15 minutes in, so I gotta say, it's not too bad. Meanwhile, Sicknasty is going to go ahead and pay a visit to our wonderful old man living alone in a cave, farting and scaring people. Is about to be disappointed or excited for his arrow of destiny. It looks like he is going to go ahead and visit Desert. Alyn's deciding on where to go. I'm thinking he may be wanting to go ahead and farm up some money. No. He's heading right back here. Interesting. I figure at this point it might be good to go ahead and try to do the hula hand and get some more dough. Ooh, but that was our hook shot over on Desert Ledge. Oh boy. That doesn't actually open up anything logical, but one of the things I've been told through many, many people is that if you find flippers or glove or hammer by themselves, along with the hook shot and enough to actually get through to Aga, that's pretty much the entire Aga care package. This is screaming Agaseed. Ooh, Fire Rod. Oh boy. Alright, so we've got the full Trinex care package as well. So we don't have to worry about that dude if he shows up, but that does tell us that Desert is indeed boots locked. We will need those boots to go ahead and finish this dungeon. Now, thankfully, Hookshot will open up East Death Mountain, but without a glove or the flute, sadly, we can't get up there. Now, we still have some checks we can do. We can still farm up some rupees. We can still go ahead and visit the Dark Cross, and... Oh, excuse me. Sicknasty still has the Dark Cross and Eastern all in its entirety, so we still have a lot we can do, but it's getting slim. We need 2 of these last remaining items to go ahead and give us the glove and the hammer, or 2 gloves. Now, the nice thing is that if we find the glove somewhere in the world here, that's going to open up a heck of a lot more checks. Not only do we get the old man leading up to Death Mountain, but we also end up getting inside Spectacle Rock. We can see what's on top of Spectacle Rock, not that it really does me good. But then we get the 7 items in Paradox Cave and the 1 in Spiral Cave. So that is a lot of stuff that could be possible progression. In the meantime, though, Sicknasty is going to go ahead and do the unthinkable and give us an animized dark room front of escape here, leading his way to the Dark Cross. Gotta give him props. Thankfully, that Fire Rod is going to make it a whole heck of a lot easier because of that. But this is still annoying because not every room has a torch exactly where you want it. He's got to ferry his back up, but he's got to be uber careful because one Lionel in here and it is death. Oof. The good news is he makes it. Bad news is it's just the net. So yeah, he can definitely kill Aga now. With that swag net in play, we are definitely 110% ready to take down this Aghanim monster. He's been plaguing our land for too long and must be dealt with. And of course, we do still have some other checks, but who wants to waste that? We just go straight over to Aghanim. That's what we all want to see, right? Who needs logic? Alright, so just some more vampire skewers over on the Sick Kid side. So that's one more check out of the way. We are down to just having Zora. So, do we risk Zora having that glove? Or do we go straight over to Aka Tower? Now here's a fun thing. Even though we have absolutely no money to go get Zora, the game doesn't account for that. It always assumes, with bombs, arrows, and money, that you have more than enough to go where you need. So currently the game assumes right now we've got infinite amounts of money. That may not be the case, of course, but the game don't care. Now, thankfully, there are plenty of ways to make money outside of things like Houlihan and, well, any place requiring gloves. Because this is Randomizer, and we've got all these fish hanging around, it would take forever and a day, but you can indeed get those fish over. You can go ahead and go to the Lost Woods northern area and play the chess game. You basically win 5 rupees, 100 rupees, or 300 rupees. Not exactly the best way to farm, but there are ways to do it. Fortunately, just not stuff that you want to do. And yes, Alyn has already done Eastern. Unfortunately, he took a death to blind in the backside there, so didn't get to finish it. But now that we've got the lamp, the moon pearl, and all this fun jazz, we are most likely going to see our Aga play. He still has the Dark Cross and the Front of Escape to do, but he's not going to be happy finding a whole bunch of nothing. And yes, blind does have an item, so there is still technically that possibility of either being the glove or the flute. Now, the plus for these guys is since we do have the flippers and the hook shot, we can go ahead and access all of Western Dark World. No problem. We just have to go ahead and actually get there first. So assuming one of them wants to go ahead and take the time to climb the tower, they can go ahead and make their way over it with no problem. And that's a lot of checks and possible progression. And welcome, Speed Gaming 2! Thank you for the raid, and welcome to this wonderful race between Sicknasty and Alyn. So far, we have gone through almost every conceivable point to find a whole bunch of nothing but the Aga Care Package. The only places that we have left currently are Zora and Zora. Now, if we find a glove or the flute on Zora, that does open up all of Death Mountain, since we've got virtually everything necessary to clear it. But that's kind of a gamble to go with. Looks like Sicknasty is going to go ahead and go with the logical move and head up to Aga Tower, get that Dark World access, and then have access to both Catfish, Pod, and all of the Western Dark World. Being smart with that Death Warp, going to go ahead and check out the Dark Cross area, and then hopefully head up to Aga Tower. That is correct, though. Alyn has not checked out the desert area, so they're missing their hook shot. That is definitely something you want, especially if most of the progression is going to be over on the west side Dark World. You can still check out Pyramid and what's in Pod, assuming it's not bow-locked. Oh, this is Randomizer. That's right. We're good. And it does look like he's going to make that Aga Tower climb. So unfortunately, he will not find that hook shot for a bit. But this is possibly, if not the best place to, play to make. So we've got our climb between the two warriors here. Let's see who's going to get up there first. Fairly certain it's going to be Sicknasty. He's got quite the lead. Aga Tower being pretty kind with its enemies, though. Nothing but mini Helmosaurs and little tiny Octorocks. Just gotta be a little careful not to go ahead and run into any invisible enemies. That can kind of hurt a little bit. And time for our first Aga gameplay of how many blue balls are we gonna get? Thankfully, the way it's set up, we always get that first red ball. Second one, 50-50 chance, so we got our second. Oh, Aga's being kind. 3 red balls. 3 more to go. Nice, not bad at all. Now, of course, the 5th hit's always going to be this lightning bolt, and the first shot of every new round is going to be a red one. So this is going to be 5. Let's see if we can get the perfect Aga. And survey says, hot diggity daffodil. We got ourselves the perfect Aga play. 0 blue balls for all. Woo! And didn't look like we got anything of interest over there, so we are going to go ahead and continue onward. Now, Sicknasty does have the hook shot, so he can go ahead and go to Catfish and the Western Dark World, which looks like he's going to go ahead and take that initiative. Fortunately, he's going to very quickly remember he doesn't have a glove or a hammer, so he's got to swim. And yes, indeed, we did check Lumberjack. Unfortunately, though, it is nothing. I believe it's just a heart piece. Oh, that's right, we don't have Glove to pick up the second rock, so Catfish is out of the picture for now. But we are going to go ahead and see our Western Dark World access. Ooh, those Lionels. Whew, gotta be careful. Alright, Sicknasty gonna go ahead and take that Fire Rod and head straight back to Skull Woods. Smart play. Lets us have access to the backside here. Finding a big key in the first one. And just going straight for the big chest. Smart idea. Ooh, found ourselves our first item. It is the mushroom. That's one fetch quest out of the way. And if we can find the hammer or the mirror, that'll take care of fake powder as well, so we'll have two. Now, unfortunately for Alyn, since that hookshot is not in the inventory just yet, they're pretty much stuck with going to pod. Hopefully we get some progression here. Oh, and our map track was set with Skullwoods being our other pendant, and 5-6 being pure vanilla, even in the right spots. Misery Mire and Ice Palace. Ain't that just a beaut? Alright, Sicknasty gonna go ahead and make the way into the backside here. Smart move. Meanwhile, Alyn is gonna go ahead and see if we are gonna have some progression in pod. First chest, if it's a small key, this will be good routing. Ooh, this is the big key. Technically, that means we've got to go over to the right side no matter what. Good news, this is Randomizer. We don't have to worry about a bow or a bottle. And hey, welcome everyone from Speed Gaming 4! You have just made it in time to enjoy some awesome racing between Sicknasty and Alyn. We have ourselves an Agaseed, guaranteed. Well, so far, we still had Zora to check, but it was kind of a long shot. Fortunately, nothing on Lumberjack, so not going to see that, but we do have ourselves two different dungeons. One is over in Skull Woods, which is a pendant dungeon. The other one is in Pod, a crystal, but not clearable. We are about to see our next boss. It is Mr. Helmakitty. Doesn't have the hammer, but with that wonderful bomb. Oh! Sicknasty not even going to take the chance. I don't blame him. Doing Helmicopter... Ooh, had the fairy, so kinda can't death warp. But, not having the hammer for this room, kind of annoying. You can use bombs, but again, really annoying. The bombs will move with the floor, so it makes it excruciatingly difficult to actually try and use bomb strats on Helmicopter here. Meanwhile, we do have two of our small keys for Alyn on that side, so that does allow us to go ahead and check out the backside. Basically, key logic will state that we're going to find at least one more small key to allow us into the backside rooms. So this will allow us to go ahead and full clear all of Pod except for the boss. Now we just have to hope that it doesn't have the map or compass both in the backside. As long as we can get one of those on the boss, then we are kosher. Ooh, there is our 10 bomb pack, so that means we have ourselves both a small key in the arena and in the ambush room. So it doesn't look like Alyn knows that key logic, but they will find out very shortly. And about to get our second small key, let's see. Yes, indeedy. Alright, so we do have full logical access to the back. And with Pod giving us 4 out of 5 possible items here, hopefully we will get all 5. This could very well be the progression that Alyn is looking for. Ooh, and Sicknasty picks up that heart container. That is indeed the second item in Skull Woods. First one being the mushroom. This means that nothing's going to be back on that Helmasaur. And seeing as how this is a pendant, that's not going to be necessary at this point. We still may have something on pedestal, but that's all up in the air for now. Ooh, Alyn giving us the hammer yump. Not going to go ahead and take that just yet. May go ahead and give us a second one. Ah, nope. Gonna take that fall. Alright, our next bottle with some red goop over in C-shaped house, aka Mario's wallet. 9 times out of 10, I always find money there, and since Mario's got that big old painting on the front, it's definitely his house. Sicknasty, just gonna go ahead and go straight into Thieves Town. Not a bad play, since this too is a pendant dungeon. Since this is a green pendant, he can go ahead and just go kill the boss to get that other item. Assuming we got 3 of the 4 items in front, that could be a good play. Now, here's the fun part with these rooms down in the U-shaped room. We've got a ton of money available, and since Zora still has yet to be checked, it would be a good thing to go ahead and farm that up. Unfortunately, Alyn is not going to take the time for that, just going to assume that Zora does indeed have nothing. But now that we've got our small keys secured, we should be good to go ahead and clear out the rest of the dungeon here, aside from our wonderful boss thing. We'll find out eventually. Ooh, we got ourselves a fire shield over on Alyn's side and 20 bucks on the Sicknasties. So that's our first of 4 items. Let's see if this is going to be another. Ah, no, there are 3 items in the back of Thieves Town, including the green pendant. Ah, dang, and sadly for Alyn, they've got both the map and the compass, so that means there is going to be an item back on the boss. Oofa. And everything was logically locked. So yeah, Pod was not the play to go with, unfortunately. So Alyn's got to go straight to Desert and get that hook shot so they can go ahead and travel over to Western Dark World. That would just be nuts. So now we play the guessing game of where is that progression? Whoa, Jesus. That is not... Okay. I can understand why there's so much health gone before. And welcome to Randomizer, folks. This is why stuff like the Cape and Cane of Burna are basically necessities. Alright, we're gonna see what the boss is back here, and it's Cold Stare! Unfortunately, we're out of magic. Woo! Oh, Sicknasty though. Shoot. Well, there is a neat little thing. If you have full health, and you are facing down Cold Stare with at least a Master Sword, there's a nifty trick that you can do with the Fire Rod, where if you shoot it once, and then shoot the sword beams as the fire hits, that actually will count as 2 hits of the Fire Rod. So, if you're at half magic, not actually having half magic, if you have half your meter filled, you can actually complete that boss fight. Alright, Alyn picking up the hook shot, so now they can go ahead and traverse Western Dark World. That'll go and open up a decent amount there. So far, we basically have 1 Blind, 1 Helmasaur, and 1 Cold Stare in the mix. Quite a fun little bout of enemies that we found so far. Next up on Sicknasty's side, though, we are going to go ahead and check out the digging game, see if we got any progression here. Ooh, 2 digs, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, it's just more vampire skewers. We've got ourselves Stumpy and Hype Cave next. That's 5 more items in the Hype Cave and 1 over here. Let's see if we get progression. Oh, that's our 3rd shield. Looks like Alyn is going to go ahead and find that here when they visit Stumpy. Oh boy. Alyn, also forgetting that you kind of can't go that way, so you need to swim. Oh no. Maybe Alyn doesn't remember that he's got the flippers. Oh boy. Come on, go swim, dude, go swim! No, don't save and quit, swim! Well, remember, folks, word to the wise, if you've got yourself a hookshot and flippers, you can swim over to the Dark World. Now it's time for Hive Cave. We got ourselves our glove! Alright, that opens up Death Mountain for us. So there is our progression. We now have full access, logically, to Catfish, to East Death Mountain, West Death Mountain. We can find ourselves another glove. Dark Death Mountain. Ooh boy. Oofa. And poor Alyn taking the time to go visit the sick kid first. Not realizing that you can indeed cross that area with both the flippers and the hookshot. So remember, if you are playing this game, there are tons of crazy things you can do. Oh, poor Alyn trying to figure out where to go from here. Doesn't have enough money to actually buy things from Zora, but can't quite figure out how to go over to West Dark World, seeing if he's missed anything. He just needs to remember that West Side Dark World is open through the flippers and the hookshot. Meanwhile, Sicknasty is going to go ahead and give us the old man check of more money! And it does look like Alyn is going to go ahead and start farming for Zora. Oof, that's a big old F for you, buddy. Alright, so we got 300 bucks on the top of Spec Rock, 300 bucks in Spec Rock. That is a lot of money. Unfortunately, not what Sicknasty needs, just what Alyn needs. So now we are back to Sicknasty's wonderful climb up the Death Mountain. We are about to head in for 7 more items, 2 in the top portion of Paradox Cave, 5 in the bottom. And if you're wondering why the top is considered this one here, it's because it's a paradox. Ooh, we do find ourselves more money and the mirror. This could be good. Could be good indeed. Coming up on our next set of items, we have 10 arrows, the hammer, 50 more bucks, 50 more bucks, and a heart container. All right, so with that out of the way, that opens up a darn decent more stuff. Not only do we have easier access to the Dark World through the swamp area portal, we can also go ahead and check out Tower of Hera and see if we need to do that. But this also means that pedestal is 100% in play. Is this going to be the fabled Agaped seed we've been wanting? Just as long as Tower of Hera boss isn't something that we can't kill, seeing as how we can practically kill everything at this point, I don't think that's going to be a problem. First, getting our check over to the Ether tablet, let's see what rains down from above. It is just love. The gods giving us some hopes and dreams. And Sicknasty is making his way downtown, walking fast, Moldorm's past, and... oh wait. Just finding that compass in the first one. Now we do have ourselves the hookshot, so we can go ahead and do the Herapod glitch, but seeing as how there may be an item stuck in that big chest. Oh, Sicknasty is going to risk it for the biscuit. Let's see if he can get it. And he's got it! Very nice. Fantastic. Now for the fun part. Do we end up going back to that basement for the big key, or are we going to luck out and find both our items here? Oofa. Alright, so that does mean we have ourselves an item in that big chest. Will he go back and get it, however? That is the true question. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and take down this boss first. Let's see which one we got some fun with. It's Vanilla! Wait, do we even have just 2 eyes? Oh, no, we got 4. Good. I was worried that this wasn't randomized. Gonna take a few hits of this tail just to take him down. That's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3! We've got our first boss down at 46 minutes and 47 seconds. We get ourselves a wonderful heart piece and the blue medallion of power. Or pendant, sorry. Getting the words wrong. Now for the moment of truth. Does Sicknasty go back in and sit through that wonderful waiting period? Nope, he's gonna say, I'm out of there! Now, funny little bit of information in this game, and for the longest time I thought it was backwards, but blue is indeed the pendant of power. If you don't believe me, look it up. You will be oddly surprised like I was. Now the long little trudge around for Spiral Cave versus the Big Fish. Let's see what we got. Drum roll, please. Ho! Aga was not required. Oh boy, oh boy. Whew. That is amazing. And really good for Alyn. Oh man, that's going to save him so much trouble. Oh boy. Now here's the fun part. Does Sicknasty actually head back there? I'm fairly certain we're not going to see a Zora play for Sicknasty until he goes over to Catfish. But there is so much left to do. We can clear out all of Swamp. We can go in to Pod, which unfortunately we already know is worthless. But oh boy, this is going to be nuts. Oh, and our first check into the back of... Escape. There's our rupee Ford. There's a small key. And more money! So absolutely worthless, but hey, that's okay. That gets us a little bit step closer. Oh, and I'm sorry, it just dawned on me. Aga was still required because we had both a glove and a hammer in the Dark World. So, Aga's still the right play, but Alyn can now go ahead and safely go where he needs to go without being like, wait, what? So now where do we go from here? I hope it's something decent for these folks, because, whoo boy, they have been having a bunch of fun. And if you guys enjoy what you're watching, please go ahead and give these two runners a follow, Sicknasty and Alyn. They are doing fantastic in providing us the entertainment here to give us the lulz. And as you can see through their teams here, they've been doing quite well with the league so far. Shovel is the true go mode, securing 9 points so far. So definitely worth it. Ah, and thank you, Chad, for pointing that out. With Hammer in Paradox, that is 100% true. Aga was not necessary because Hammer was in Paradox. So yeah, it was very convoluted, getting the glove off of Zora and then going to Paradox for that Hammer. Aga 1 was not necessary. Honestly, though, it may have been quicker in some routing to go ahead and do that, depending on what route you take. Because with that glove giving us access to Death Mountain and Hookshot giving us access to Eastern Death Mountain, yeah, that's within logic. And unfortunately, there's nothing on Lumberjack, so yeah, Aga was just kind of a waste of time. But hey, that's alright. We don't have to tell him that. Just make them assume that everything was well worth it. So alright, we've got ourselves more dungeon diving for both Sicknasty and Alyn. Sicknasty checking out our Swamp Palace, while Alyn is going to go ahead and do this wonderful Thieves Town. Now, if Alyn's got full health, or at least a full magic meter when he hits the back, that will mean that he's going to be able to take down Cold Stare. Alrighty, let's see where we're gonna go ahead and get our progression next. Sicknasty is giving us some new checks with this wonderful play into our Crystal Swamp. Thankfully, since this is going to be required, he can go ahead and full clear it without much worry. Ooh, unfortunately for Alyn, he took that death, but I think it may have been a death warp since he is out of there. Ooh, getting a compass in that chest there. Alright, so not going to be a whole lot more stuff to check in this side, but he is going to go left, so we are going to have some possible items of goodiness over here. What items of goodiness can we find? Who knows? Hopefully it's actual progression. Now, for the fun bit here, since we have Tower of Hera, Skullwoods, and Thieves' Town as our pendant dungeons, so far we know that Tower of Hera is vanilla boss. We've got Four-Eyed Moldorm up in there. We do indeed have a Cold Stare in Thieves' Town, and in Skullwoods we've got our wonderful Helmicopter, all of them currently beatable with the right strats. So, will we have something on Ped? That is the question. So far, the main items that could be of use would be a medallion to access Misery Mire or Turtle Rock, the flute, the boots, or a bow. Now we've got our check over on Left Side Swamp. First up is the map. It is a wonderful item that lets you know where things are. And the big key. Wow, that actually was terrifyingly useless. Let's hope we got something good in the big chest. Alright, we got ourselves another moment of truth here. Let's see if we got something decent. It's the cape! Alright, now, we still haven't checked out Bumper Ledge, so we won't know for sure if there is something useful up on there, but the nice thing about Cape and Inamizer is the same thing that you'd want, well, Burna and Inamizer. Any type of invincibility will be a godsend, depending on what rooms have what. If you're stuck in a room that has nothing but crystal rollers and giant spikes, you will either need to damage boost through them or use invincibility. And thank you, Chad, for pointing that out. Sadly, Bumper Ledge is nothing, but invincibility is great to have. Checking up the flooded room chest, we've got big heart container and $5. Making our way over to the waterfall room. Just got to deal with these little tiny water walkers and a heart piece. We have not had anyone check PED as of yet. We do have that book, so it is possible. It's just unfortunate that the routing kind of pushed our runners away from the PED area, because by the time we got the mirror, we weren't anywhere near there. So we'll probably be heading over there once we actually need to. And yep, 2 wonderful digs to get nothing! Of course, as the commentator and not the runner, I am going to wish all of the silly nonsense on these poor folks. But hey, look at this. We got ourselves a vanilla Argus. So we've got ourselves an Argus, a Moldorm, a Cold Stare, and a Helmosaur so far. Oh, and a Blind. Blind in Eastern. And this is another fun side effect of Inamizer. Because the bosses will be randomized and certain bosses don't play well on water, they take out the water effect, so that way it doesn't mess with anything, but Argus is still coded to act like he's in water, so he's magically floating in nothing. Alright, and with that, we've got our first crystal for Sicknasty, coming in at 5747. Fantastic! And thank you again, Randomizer, for being so wonderful. This is the reason why I love you. It is so great. And Alyn picking up those Titans mitts, so that's going to open up a whole heck of a lot more for him. He's got not only all of Death Mountain open, but all of Dark Death Mountain, aside from, of course, the Spy Cave. So he's going to find that mirror, he's going to find that hammer, and he is going to go to town. Meanwhile, we've got Sicknasty going to go ahead and check out that Bombos over here. Bombos is a good alternative in a lot of cases, mainly because when you're low on magic, if you run into a cold stare, that Bombos is going to take care of it in one shot. Alyn making his way up the mountain, going to go ahead and find a plethora of good stuff, while Sicknasty is going to go ahead and find out that, sadly, there is nothing of use in Pod. Now, we still need a bow to go ahead and finish Pod along with that hammer, not because of the enemies, but because the access to the boss is still blocked. One by an Igor statue, which you have to pummel in the eye with a sharp pointy stick, and the other are those little wonderful hammer pegs. Now, let's go ahead and look over what we've got currently. Basically, the best thing to do for Sicknasty at this point would be to go check out Catfish and then immediately go to Zora. That not only is going to help him get through some checks, but that's going to give him his Titans mitts, and that's going to open up all of Dark Death Mountain for him. Not only are we going to go ahead and see what medallion the Turtle Rock area is, but with Fire Rod and Cane, we can go ahead and full clear it. So, logically speaking, Turtle Rock may be the best play for these folks. Now, of course, if we want to go ahead and be extra rude, we could say that Sicknasty decided to skip the progression that was in Tower of Hera Basement, since the big key is required to climb that mountain and he Herapotted. Chances are good the big chest is what we've got next. So, in a moment, we're going to go ahead and see a lot more fun progression for Alyn. He will be happy with that mirror and that hammer. And look, he's getting all of his money back that he farmed so hard for. And now that we've had chat mention it, yes, we have the cape, we have ourselves enough health, and we've got 2 bottles in the very least. So, Hype Cave is within full logic for both these folks. As long as you've got 9 hearts, or I believe it's 8, and at least 2 bottles of some form of health regeneration, you can indeed clear that cave. Alright, Sicknasty taking the time to go ahead and finish Eastern. He's got the invincibility item, so taking down Blind is not going to be a problem. Alyn checking out Super Bunny Cave for us. First 2 new items of the game so far. Let's see. Oh, there is our flute. And a tempered sword. Very nice. That's going to make some of the bosses a whole heck of a lot easier. Alright, so assuming that we don't need ether for either Misery Mire or Turtle Rock, we are down to just a bow. Oh, a bow and boots. Alright, now we've got the next checks. We've got Hookshot Cave, chest number 1 being a heart container. Chest number 2, what do we get? Our bow! Oh, hot dog. Okay. If we find our boots here, then we are set. Ah, just some bombs. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I gotta say, this is fantastic for Alyn. Ooh, and a shovel. I think someone mentioned that shovel on blind would be pretty funny. And hey, that is Bombos for Turtle Rock, so that means we are one medallion down. We have ourselves a 66% chance that we have all the medallions necessary. Will that be enough? And once again, if you are enjoying this race, please go ahead and follow our wonderful racers here, Sicknasty and Alyn, putting on one heck of a show for us. And kudos to our tracker here today, working behind the scenes to make sure that things are pressed effectively and efficiently. Mr. Yoinker's wife, or Miss, I'm not quite sure, but Yoinker's wife, doing what we need and make sure things look awesome. Ooh, not bothering to go ahead and check out the rest of Tower of Hera for us. Alyn is just going to go ahead and check out Spiral Cave. Not a bad play because we know that so far there's nothing of use in there, but we don't know what's in that big chest as of yet, so that's still a mystery. We are just boots away, so there's a possibility boots are there. But, oh boy, there's a lot of stuff we can check. Alright, and nice of Alyn to go ahead and take his fluty toot toot all the way over to the town so we can go ahead and get that wonderful anthem here in a second. And everyone please rise for our national anthem. And where are we going from here, Mr. Alyn? Yes, indeed. We are heading to the Misery Mire area, so this is going to let us know, are we going to have to find Ether? We'll find out in just a few more seconds. No, it is a double bombo, so we are good on medallions. We are boots away from go mode. This has been one heck of a race, not only between these two wonderful runners, but oh man, the seed itself has just been insane. Basically having Sicknasty take an early lead, remembering that you can access West Dark World by using the flipper hookshot strategy. Poor Alyn, not realizing that, ended up taking the time to farm up money to check out Zora, but lucked out with the first set of gloves there, then finding Titan's mitts in in Hype Cave, excuse me. Sicknasty still needing those Titan's mitts, but has not gone to check Catfish Zora yet. Does look like we are about to go ahead and get that catfish right now, thankfully. And hopefully from there we will get our Zora check to give Titan's mitts to Sicknasty. Now Alyn is going to go ahead and check out our wonderful swamp palettes. Unfortunately, nothing there that he is going to need, so no boots. But afterwards, he should be able to go ahead and check not only Lake Hylia, that Bombos medallion, but also go ahead and check out that wonderful, wonderful ice palace that everyone so loves to go to. Alright, so now that we've got some more mobility, Sicknasty is going to go ahead and take the time to go check out the wonderful Graveyard Ledge. Another item that kind of gets a little orphaned in a lot of ways just because of the way routing is set. Now we've got a chance to see, will this be the boots we're looking for? No, just more money, which Sicknasty is going to happily take. Now Sicknasty just needs to head right back over to Catfish and do Zora, but he's gonna ignore it and go to the back of Escape. Escape! Yeah, he's just not gonna be very happy finding nothing but money. I mean, I would be. It's money. Library was just 20 bucks, which you don't want to steal the late fees. They need that money. Alright, so now that we've got most of the Light World accessibility done, Sicknasty really needs to go ahead and head over to our wonderful catfish friend. Otherwise, he's going to be kind of SOL. Oh, looks like he is going to go ahead and go the route of... Oh no, he's going to go the route of the Thieves Town. Check out the remaining ones back there and finish up that dungeon. And here comes our Thieves Town dip. We still have 3 items remaining in the back half, so possibly got one on the boss. Since it is Cold Stare, it should be a whole heck of a lot easier to beat with that Bombos. And here we are with Pendant Dungeon number dos. Those Argus puffballs are a little drunk. Woohoo! That's our butter sword. Alright, so Sicknasty picking up the green pendant and his tempered. When he heads over to Super Bunny Cave to get that flute, he's also going to find his butter sword. Man, that is our first crystal for Alyn, so good job, buddy. And Sick is not taking the chance. He's going to go ahead and check out the back half of Thieves Town. See if one of those other 2 items is going to be his bow or his boots. Or hopefully that Titan's mitts, which unfortunately he won't find. Now it's time for Alyn to head over to that Bombos medallion and hopefully check out Ice Palace shortly after. Meanwhile, Sicknasty in the attic of Blind's Thieves Town area. That's the second to last item. So we've got one more either down in Blind Cell or in that big chest. Yep, and here comes Alyn with the Bombos. He does have that knowledge of knowing that Bombos is required for both dungeons, so he is in a fantastic lead currently. And we are heading into Ice Palace. This is the worst dungeon for Randomizer, and if it is not kind, you will see why in just a few seconds. Ah, and there is Arcana Burna. So that is all of the items in Thieves Town. So just convenience, honestly, for Sicknasty. I guess he forgot that he found the compass and the map already, so we're about to see the compass! Ba-da-da-da! Oh man, who wants to bet that Sicknasty is about to go kill Helmicopter and give us a wonderful ped pull? And unfortunately for Sicknasty, I think that's the best play to do, because he doesn't know about Zora, and he's already collected all the items out of Skull Woods, so this is the most logical thing for him to do at the moment. Will we see another bout of luck? Will we have Head actually be the boots? Oh, it's not gonna even be blind, but hey, get your pet hype going, folks. And just like that, our hopes and dreams are shattered. Just couch cash. Now, another fun thing about this room here, we may actually see this here in a second. Even if it looks like Alyn is actually on the exact right pixel, there may be a flying enemy over on the right side. There's this nifty little thing that if there is a flying enemy just to the right of this room, it will not allow you to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. Something weird about the pixels just being out of place makes it impossible. So you actually have to go kill that thing first before doing this bomb jump. Unfortunately, I don't believe that Alyn actually recognizes that little bit of trivia. In a lot of cases, unless you either experience it firsthand or you're vetted, you're not going to know that. It's not a thing that's common knowledge, unfortunately. Let's see, is that the flying enemy scenario? And yes, it is! Alright, so as long as he kills this little dude and then goes back, you can still do the bomb jump. Unfortunately, he's just gonna ignore it for today. Alright, so Sicknasty turning that green pendant and still getting nothing to work with. He's gotta make his way over to the Catfish Zora area. And it looks like that is what we're finally getting. Fantastic. Now, this is going to be the next stroke of luck. If Catfish happens to have boots, oh boy. Got another chest here for Alyn. Ooh, vanilla big key. Alright, this at least makes it a bit easier to go ahead and navigate. And Catfish over on Sicknasty's side, let's see if we get that 1 in 800 or 182 checks. Will we have the boots? Oh, nope, just the other B word. Boo. But hey, Sicknasty is going to go ahead and pick up those gloves, so good job for him. This is going to be his Titan's Mitts. This is going to go ahead and open up Ice and Death Mountain and get him his bow to go ahead and finish up Pod, and he's going to go ahead and have access to Turtle Rock, clear in its entirety, along with Mimic Cave. So this may actually be the best play for him. If Boots happen to be in one of its vanilla locations of Laser Bridge, this could cinch it for Sicknasty. Oof, and that is all of our items over there in Ice Palace, so progression is not going to be any further beyond. No rage slashes from Sicknasty, but I can feel the rage inside. Oof. See, it's rooms like these that make you really wonder, do the rando developers have souls? The answer is no. But there we go, I miscounted. That was actually the last item, which thankfully gave him that much-needed health refill. Oh, unfortunately for Sicknasty, he is going to go in here and realize he wasted a bunch of time for a dungeon he could go mode. Huh. Well, that's new. And we're back. That's alright, that was just a hiccup. We're fine. Ignore the man behind the curtain. There is nothing wrong, it's fine. That was a glitch in the Matrix and nothing else. Ooh, we got ourselves Armos on ice. Thankfully, that bow and arrows set is going to go ahead and take care of these dudes. And uno, dos, tres, and it's down. And hey, look at that. We actually needed Canis Amaria. Who knew? Yeah, wonderful Ice Palace key logic. If you ever find a small key on this boss, that means Canis Amaria was necessary. Alright, so now that we've got that dungeon out of the way, we are 2 crystals down for Alyn. Where do we go from here? We still need them boots. Ooh, we're going with the Pod Eastern play. Very, very nice. He's gonna go in, finish up that blind fight in Eastern, and check out the boss for us in the pod area. A good 1-2 punch to get 2 more crystals down. This is gonna be nice. And that was a pretty awesome glitch that you saw there. Icebreaker being the newly allowed glitch, along with Diver Down, basically situating yourself in such a way that Samaria basically pushes you through the wall. It's very nice. That's a big old heart container, buddy. And Alyn heading back into the back of Eastern to take care of that blind fight. He's going to be rewarded a shovel, which hopefully he ignores, because that was nothing. Ooh, Sicknasty is just going to go ahead and pop over to the boss right here. We know that's the right play, and as long as he doubles down on it, then he's not going to have a problem. Unfortunately, we're going to have a little bit longer fight because he doesn't have the bow, but you know, Armos is pretty easy to deal with. Unfortunately, he did not quite remember that you could use Burna for this portion. So remember, folks, if you ever get stuck in an Armos fight without the bow, use Burna. It's great. When in doubt, use boomerangs. And that is boss number 3. So 3 crystals down for Sicknasty. 2 pendants down as well. But now the fun part, where does he go from here? And there's crystal number 3 for Alyn. Good job, buddy. Yeah, with that save and quit, I'm thinking that's where Sicknasty is going to go. We should be able to see a nice little turtle play as well. That'd be nice. And now we've got our pod play. Alyn has already full cleared this one aside from the boss, so all that's going to need to do from here is just run right on back and then go have fun with whatever boss is there. And Sicknasty is taking the initiative to go ahead and check out Dark Death Mountain. He will be rewarded with his flute, his bow, and his butter sword. And yes, since Alyn is actually making their way down to the next crystal boss, this will go ahead and make it 4 to 3 crystals. So gonna go ahead and give a nice advantage over to Alyn. So this race is still anyone's game. We're an hour and 31 minutes in, and we still need those boots to finish up. We can go ahead and complete Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, but without those boots, we are stuck without Desert. And here comes the bow, and there it goes. Good job, Sicknasty. Now you need to hunt for those boots. Yep, and we got Sicknasty heading into Turtle Rock while Alyn is enjoying his wonderful Trinex fight. What a boss to have in Palace of Darkness. Ooh, does he have a blue potion, though? Oh, thank God for that. Ooh, boy. And there is our second head of Trinex. Now we gotta go ahead and dance with the third little dude. Good old Tempered Sword swing gives you 2 gold sits with a third and a fourth, and we are good. So that is the 4th boss down for Alyn, picking up another crystal, taking that lead, and let's see what we got in the boss item. Ooh, just a heart piece, but that's alright. That is progression. Well, dungeon progression at least. Sicknasty giving us a first look over at the Turtle Rock area. We are just getting the big key and the compass, so we are going to have another small key situated in the Chain Chomp room. Thankfully, this is Randomizer, so we don't have to worry about Chain Chomps. Alyn is being a little odd here, though, going over to number 3, Kakariko Village. Gonna check out Village of Outcasts. Wonder if he's gonna go over to Thieves Town. He's got enough. He can go ahead and complete Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. So this is quite confusing, honestly. Oh, that is true, though. Thank you, Chad. If this is a Smith Chain play, this could be good if Boots happen to be here. Yep, and that is the Smith play that we're looking at. Not bad. We've got the mirror, we've got the hammer, we've got the flute. So this is going to be a 1, 2, 3. Simple as can be. Unfortunately, we don't have boots, so we're going to have to do this the long route. Hammer, peg, hammer, peg. Oh, and over on Sicknasty's side, getting a map in the vanilla big key chest. Not fun for that lava room. Alright, let's see what we got in the hammer pegs. Is it the boots? It's not the boots! We are still looking for those speedy, speedy shoes. Yep, it was red, just not the red that we needed. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and turn in our little dwarven friend, and we get rewarded with more money! They're counterfeiting. That's just illegal. That's the real reason that Jeremiah was in prison. He's a thief. That makes sense. He was just south of Village of Outcasts. Ooh, and we are getting ourselves a fake powder. Oh, now this could be a fun one. If we end up having something like powder over on Laser Bridge that leads us to boots over here, who knows? Ah, but this time it was just a heart piece. Oh well. Alright, more checks in Turtle Rock. We get ourselves 20 rupees. Still not the progression we need. Still looking around for those dang boots. I think we're gonna have to call on Dr. Bob Tastic to come in here and revise his song. Go ahead and take that flute out, and we're gonna go visit our wonderful lunchman, Gary the ex-thief. Ooh, we're gonna turn in this mushroom first. He's gonna be sad to find that it wasn't really anything of use. But, at this point, since he got lots of money, he'd go ahead and take the chance to refill his magic and the other bottles that he's got. And just like that, we are back into business. And flute tootin' away, we're gonna go ahead and check out what's in this wonderful little purple box. Meanwhile, Laser Bridge is here. First item, $300. Second item, half magic. Convenient, but not what we're needing. Third, the boots! Alright, so that's 138.20 for Mr. Sicknasty himself. We are in go mode. Laser Bridge, vanilla location for all last location items. Don't know where to find the item you need for go mode? It's on Laser Bridge. Sounds like Alyn's having some trouble with whatever USB controller he's using. Ah, the joys of using Windows 10. Everything sucks and you want to die. But anyway, back over to Turtle Rock Boss. We have ourselves a super easy fight. Vitreous. You take that butter sword and you just dash like crazy, and boom, you got yourself a dead eyeball. And it is down. With that, we've got ourselves a tied-up match of 4-4. Sicknasty with 4 crystals. Alyn with 4 crystals. Alyn is going to need to take those boots as soon as he can and mosey back over here, but that's probably not going to be until after Misery Mire. Thankfully, the only other thing to do from here is Turtle Rock. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just matters whether or not Sicknasty is going to go ahead and be able to execute a little bit faster than he will. And just like that, the lead has changed once again. Sicknasty is tied up with crystals at the moment, but will this be enough? Will those boots be enough to make him take the lead? Will the GT execution be suitable for either of these runners? Check out next time on Link to the Random Z, which is right now. Unfortunately, we can't hear it on Sicknasty's side, so I'll just go ahead and give us a rendition. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo. And there's our national anthem. Toot toot, it's a flute. Oof, and Fane's just not going well with these items, or enemy spawns. Spikes everywhere. And with that, Sicknasty is making his way into Misery Mire. Gonna be finding that big key. Unfortunately for Alyn, still no sign of boots, so it's gonna be a full clear. But are they gonna go ahead and take that? Are they gonna go ahead and risk it? What's gonna happen? Ooh, yep, they're gonna go ahead and go with the full clear. Checking out the left side over here. Very nice. And big chest being another small key. What do we got in this little tiny one over here? Is it gonna be a small key? It is! Alright, so that means we've got ourselves an item behind the cutscene chest. But is he gonna take that opportunity to go there? No, he is not. He's just gonna leave it be. Alright, this is risky. We know it's not gonna pay off, but... Well, I mean, it is. We know that boots aren't gonna be here. But hey, this is gonna be good for him, as long as he just doesn't think boots are gonna be behind the cutscene chest. Sicknasty taking advantage of that wonderful cape strat. Invincibility is your friend. Ooh, it's gotta be real careful though. 3 hearts, that's pretty much a bad hug from any enemy. Alright, he's almost there. He's just gotta get to the boss and then we are kosher. Ooh, Sicknasty is gonna go into the cutscene chest. Here's a fun thing. If you find a small key over in that chest that we just checked, then logically you are going to go ahead and find that big key in the cutscene chest. Unfortunately, he took a death, so Sicknasty's gotta do a little bit of walking. Ooh, as long as Alyn does not take a death, this is gonna go ahead and give him a bit of an advantage. Smart. Farming up a little bit to get some, well, basically some, defense. Ooh, do we have Landmo? We do! We've got ourselves slime worms. Mmm, delicious. Tastes just like chicken. Alright, with that, Alyn is getting that next crystal. Ooh, and is rewarded with powder. A great convenience item. Gotta love that powder. Mmm, buddy. Alright, and that is crystal number 5. Yep, and we're off to Turtle Rock, so this is going to be a little bit of an extra route for Alyn. Not only do they have to climb up the mountain to get to Turtle Rock, complete it, and then find the boots, they gotta floop back away, finish Desert, and then climb back up once again. So this is Sicknasty's chance to take the lead. Oh joy, some magic powder! Don't worry folks, it's just crushed up Adderall. And to answer the question in chat, yes indeed, Desert Palace is boots locked. So, Sicknasty is in go mode, Alyn is not, but they do both know that boots are necessary. Thankfully, Alyn is making the right choice, going to be heading into Turtle Rock, find those boots on Laser Bridge in about 3 to 4 minutes, and we'll be heading right back over to Desert. It looks like Sicknasty is going to have a decent lead, being able to go and take care of the slimy Landmos a little bit easier since half magic does give you that bit of a safety net. It gets rewarded with more powder. Magic powder! And then he's going to just go ahead and mirror right on back over to Desert and finish that up for us. Ooh, ooh, it's magic powder. It is magically delicious. But not the kind of delicious that you want. Yeah, you kind of want to avoid the chain shop if you can. Those things are nasty. And with that butter, it's going to be just voom, voom, voom. He's going to go everywhere super quick. You know the reason why it's called butter, right? It's not because of its color, it's because it melts everything like butter. Now we've got a new look at our Desert Palace boss. We've already seen Blind, we've seen Landmo, we've seen pretty much everyone except for Mothula. Are we gonna have a Mothman here in Desert Palace? Ooh, whoops. Sicknasty kind of jumped the gun there. You kind of need that big key. Now, while everyone's doing a little bit of walking, let's go down the list real quick. Eastern Palace was... Let's see. Oh, well, that's nice. Thank you, 813, for raiding with a party of 2. Sicknasty appreciates it, I'm sure. Alright, let's see. We've got Eastern Palace with a blind fight. We had Tower of Hera with a vanilla Moldorm, although it had 4 eyes. We had Pod with a Trinex. Argus was in Swamp. We had our Helmicopter in Skull Woods. Thieves Town was Cold Stare. Ice Palace was Armos. Misery Mire was Landmo. And Trinex was also blind. So we've had our blind duplicate. Yes. Oh! Wait a minute. I just noticed something. Sicknasty has silvers. When did Sicknasty get silvers? What? What? Was that something that I just missed when I was talking? Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, that is an excellent find. I mean, butter makes everything better. And it's going to be so much easier now with silvers, but this is going to be a super easy boss fight for Ganon here. Or, I should say, a super easy Ganon fight for Sicknasty here. Ah, there we go! Okay, now we found one of every boss. We have ourselves a Mothula down in 2 swipes. Or 3 swipes, excuse me. 4? Something. In swiping at the moth, we've got him down. And guess what, folks? That is our 7th crystal for Sicknasty. I think. Hold up, we're gonna see a map check real quick, just to make sure. Is that the 6th? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm jumping the gun, I'm sorry. I forgot that he's got to finish pod. Alright, once he finishes pod, then that'll be his 7th crystal. I just really want this guessing game. Oh, it's okay. You guys have about 3 minutes to think about what number you want. There's an awesome game that we play called the GT Big Key Guessing Game, where in Ganon's Tower, you have 1 to 22 checks that the big key will be. And if you guess correctly, not only do you get points on our wonderful leaderboard, you get bragging rights and the love of all of your peers. Now, the guesses now won't actually do any good, guys. You gotta wait until we actually finish the last dungeon here, and then say start. Once you see that start, then you're good to go. And it does have to be full numbers, not integers. I apologize. So pi will not be accepted. I mean, I will still accept it, but the bot won't. And bada bing! Alyn, now with those boots, is in go mode. 153 in loose change. Ooh, he's gotta be super careful, though. And here's our Trinex fight. Taking 4 swings. Or, excuse me, 3 swings of that butter sword. Bam, bam, bam. Gives us a wonderful, wonderful sword spin. Should take down the last head of Trinex. And let's wait for it. Wait for it. Thankfully, Alyn remembering, yeah, you kind of need the big key to get over there, so let's vamos! Alright, the gate is opening. The tower stairs are falling. As soon as we see that screen transition, that is when guessing will cease. Ba 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 ba. Alright, and guesses are done. 27 points awarded to the winner. First check over in the Hope chest. We get a compass. Number 2 is a small key, and with that small key, we can go full right, which looks like that's what Sicknasty is gonna do. Interesting. Taking out that fire rod. He's gonna go ahead and do this whole bit of climbing all the way to the right. Now, will he mirror out after this one if he doesn't find the big key, or will he continue to the rest of the basement? Ooh, those guards are a tad nasty to fight. Good idea to kill them before they poke you in the behind with a big old stick. So, chest number 3 is bombs. Chest number 4 is $5. Chest number 5 is 10 arrows. And chest number 6 is a heart piece. Gonna pick up the small key, and he's out of there. So we're gonna go ahead and do full left now. Chest number 7 is the big torch. That happens to be a small key, and he's going for it, so rest in peace, Bob. We shall miss you. Hopefully we won't have to see you. Type in the world's smallest F in chat for Bob. Alright, we got chests number 8, 9, 10, and 11 coming up. Number 8 is 10 more arrows. Number 9, another small key. Number 10, 10 more arrows. And number 11 is 20 bucks. So, 1 through 11, unfortunately for you guys, the guesses were incorrect. But 12 through 22, your guesses are still in play. Let's see which ones we got. Number 12 coming up. It's bombs. 13 coming up soon in the fire roller room. Let's see what we've got in Randomizer. Well, Alyn is making the climb up to Ganon's tower. We are still hunting for that big key, so depending on where it's at, if Alyn makes the right choice, this will make it a much closer race. Alright, 13 is out of the way. That's just 3 more bombs. So, Rando Room coming up with 14, 15, 16, and 17. Alright, so 14 is more bombs. 15, small key. 16, heart piece. 17, the big key! So, 17 is our lucky winner here. So, congrats to Angry Pandas Are Angry, one of the best names I've seen on Twitch. For getting the guess correct, you've scored yourself 27 points for the leaderboard. Coming up, that also got 17. We've got Irritable Penguin and Nolondil, or Nolo Indil. That person right there. You get 5 bonus points. So with that out of the way, we are going to go ahead and climb up this Ganon Tower, and this still is Randomizer, so the gauntlet's going to be a little weirder than what we're used to. So all Alyn needs to do now is go full left, and that should go ahead and free up some time. The race is not done yet. There is still a few things that could change it from here on out. If Sicknasty takes a fall, or if he gets wall mastered, that could send him back to the beginning of the tower. It is still anyone's race at this point. Ooh, unfortunately, it looks like Alyn is going to go ahead and go full right, so that's a little bit of time loss. So Sicknasty still has the lead. And another awesome person hosting with 1 viewer. Man, Sicknasty is popular today. But while we're on the note of shouting out these wonderful folks, please go ahead and give a follow to both these awesome runners, Sicknasty and Alyn. They have put on a fantastic show. Just been thrills and chills and spills of excitement. The fact that the lead has changed like half a dozen times over the past hour is just insane. So please go ahead and give a follow to these gentlemen and misses, respectively. They have deserved it. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves an almost vanilla-ish Armos. Huh. Well, that's our second Armos out of the way, so that's good. And Alyn is going to go ahead and check out the left side, so once they get to Rando Room, we are going to be good. And I gotta say, the Wizard rooms are actually very nice this time around. He is taking no time at all with lighting those things on fire. Gonna go ahead and use that fire rod to get the last one, and then mosey on up to the next room. With that half magic, though, this is gonna make it a walk in the park. And since Sicknasty has everything that he needs to finish off this big pig, he's not even gonna bother with those other chests. He's got 2 keys, he's got butter, silvers, every conceivable item that he needs. Ooh, look at that! We got ourselves a vanilla Moldorm too. So Moldorm deciding to be vanilla in both locations. Such an oddity, I gotta say. But you know, it's welcome. It is. And with that, Sicknasty is done with the gauntlet climb. Now it's on to everyone's favorite math quiz, agonometry. Take out your pads, take out your pencils, because this will be on the test. We got 2 hits on the first round, 1 hit on the second, 2 on the third. Let's see if we can finish it off. And we're out of there. So 2-1, 2-1 fight for Sicknasty. Now he just has to make his way over to Ganon and swing away, George. Swing away. Alyn about to find that big key right about now. And they're going to make their climb. It is still a race. It's Sicknasty's race to lose. But if there is a spill, a fall, something that caused him to fight all over again, this could be a win for Alyn. Sicknasty is not pulling any punches with that butter sword, though. He is going to town on that pig butt. Getting the first phase out of the way and working on that second. Taking out the cape and making sure to hug that wall so all those wonderful mana points don't get wasted. On to the third phase. Uber quick. And one more swipe will get it down to phase 4. Let's see, and ba-boom! Oh no, Silver, my one true weakness. Go ahead and blast 4 arrows into that slab of bacon and we are good. That's 1 shot. Great torch glitch. That's 2 shots. Ooh, be careful of that fire bat. That's 3 shots. Let's see if we can get a 4th. And 4 shots! So, as long as Sicknasty does not fall into this treacherous bridge of 1x3 format, we have ourselves a winner, so slap them GGs in chat. And he has crossed that bridge, finishing first place with a time of 2:07:16. Oh, looks like he started his little tracking thingy-mabobber, his timer, a little bit early. Well, that's alright, or I guess late. Anyway, we've got our winner. So once again, GG's to Sicknasty. What a race. What a turnout. It has just been nuts. This last 2 hours has just been insane. I hope everyone enjoyed it, because I sure as heck did. Hey! And we got Sicknasty in our chat. GG's, buddy. That was one heck of a race. I honestly was amazed at how many times the lead basically switched between you two. It looked like Alyn had such a stretch to make up to catch up to you, because when he went through and finished Aga Tower, he didn't remember that you could actually access West Dark World with just the flippers and the hookshot. So he farmed for Zora, but found those gloves, and that pushed him so far ahead because he got Titan's Mitts a good 30 minutes ahead of you. And I gotta say, that was just amazing how it just went back and forth and back and forth. So, GG's on the win. GG's to your team. Feline Paralysis for getting their first win in this league match. This has been a fantastic one. Oh, and I think we actually have time for an interview. So let's see if we can get him in here. And you're welcomed by Sicknasty. GG.
Hello. Thank you.
Oh man, as I was saying earlier, that was just one heck of a race. My God,
That seed was frustrating.
it
That
was
felt.
intense.
I really want to rewatch this back to see the choices that Alyn made because, man, like, and also I need to have a talk with Sahashalabot because this is the second seed now where he's hitting something on Zora, and it's like the thing I kind of really need to beat the game.
Yeah, I mean, gloves are nice.
Slightly
It's one of
important.
those necessities.
One of
At
those things.
least he was kind enough to be like, "Hey, look, there's a moon pearl. Take it."
Yeah, but without letting me know that him too was having something in his mouth. The guy. And it sucked because you didn't have remotely enough money in the beginning. Like
Oh gosh, no.
you would have had to set aside and be like, okay, I'll farm this. So it just was not the call to make it. At any point, I would have been like, you know what? I guess I'll sit here and farm for 20 minutes for Zora. Like, never could have made that.
Funny enough, that's pretty much what Alyn did. Because
Really?
he had forgotten that you can access West Dark World with flippers and hookshot. So when he finished Agate Tower, he went up there and was like, "What do I do? What do I do?" And so
Oh no.
yeah, he saved and quit and went to farming rupees, which, funny enough, paid off because he got those gloves and just beelined for Hype Cave. So he got Titan's Mitts a heck of a lot sooner than you did.
Yeah, I mean that actually saved them in this run. That's crazy. I guess
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I guess that makes sense if you don't, because yeah, that route in Dark Road is a little not as well known because you don't do it too often. Like I forgot when I did it. I was running up and I was like, oh yeah, no mitts. So you're right, use the water. But yeah, you tend to forget that one when it doesn't come up too often. But man, this seed was just, I felt like I was going very slow. When I found those mitts on Zora, I was like, well, I mean that's GG right there. Could have had those 2 hours ago. Like. It was
Oh man, just
crazy.
everything was in the right places just to make this such an interesting seed.
What's funny is I probably would have been even further behind because there was that point where I was near Turtle Rock and I'd finished up hook shot. So I'd gotten the bow and stuff. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll clean up the dungeons down below, end at Turtle Rock, and go up there. And I was like, oh, I still need boots. I was like, whatever. Let me just do Turtle Rock, whatever. I'll climb the mountain again and get them. And thank God I did that. Thank God I did that. Because those boots are on Laser Bridge.
Of course, it's Laser Bridge.
It's always Laser
vanilla
Bridge.
home to every Go mode item.
Whew. Otherwise, that probably would have been GG for me. So, that was crazy.
But hey, gotta say kudos not only on the win, but being able to go ahead and get your team on the board. This is awesome.
Yeah, we're on the board now. Look at us. With all of our cats.
It's excellent. And you know, we're getting to the phase of the league where this is really where things heat up. Open and Ambrosia mode are basically the best modes to show, okay, how good can you read a seed?
Mm-hmm.
Randomizer steps into how well can you play the seed. Now we're getting into how crazy is your luck.
Yeah. I can't wait for, well, mystery. I'm kind of curious what's gonna happen the mystery week. It doesn't seem like anything would be too bad because the weights are pretty low for the crazy stuff. The cross keys is gonna be interesting because I just learned cross keys before this whole entire league thing started, so I've been grinding a lot to get good at cross keys. So.
Oh man, have you figured out some of the easy tells for logic and cross keys yet?
No.
Well,
I'm
that's
still
good.
getting through them.
Because there really is no good logic in cross keys, so
Yeah.
just throw caution to the wind and go where your heart tells you.
I will say one thing I did learn that I don't know how many new people to cross keys would know. You can get through Bumper Cave backwards if you have the hook shot. I never knew that. And one of my seeds actually locked me out to that knowledge. And I thought I was done. I was like, okay, I missed something that I can't see. So I looked into the logic. And then I asked some friends, and they're like, oh no, you can get through Bumper. And that took me for a loop. So I'm glad I figured that out before race day. Because it apparently only appears in entrance, from what I've been told.
Yes, it is the only time. And what's funny is that you will more than likely actually have that be your only logical progression in most seeds.
Yes. Let it come. Ugh. Now, cross keys are a lot of fun. It's a lot of stuff to track, but I've grown an appreciation for cross keys now. It was weird because I was never a fan because I was like, oh, that's just too much stuff to keep track of. I don't want to take care of all that stuff. But as I got more and more into doing cross keys, like I think I've done 20 now at this point. They're fun, despite the fact that I'm angry most of the time I'm doing the seed. But I like them now. So
Yeah, that unfortunately for some is kind of the motto of cross keys. It's either insanely fun or insanely infuriating.
when you got all those tendrils, all those doors, man, which one's the right door?
Oh yeah, I mean,
But
to put it in perspective, I've played seeds where I finished in like an hour and a half, and then I've played seeds that took me 3 hours.
yeah. Ooh. Alyn just
So-
got a nice triple there. That was very good.
I was gonna say that was fantastic, and with that we do have the big pig slain. So slap some GGs in chat for Alyn finishing at 2:15:01. So that was just fantastic.
Yeah. And he said he won't because he's not comfortable with his English. All right, that's fair.
Oh yeah, it's no good. I mean, heck, it's probably better than my English, and I've been torturing these folks the last 2 hours.
Overall, though, not terrible. If Zora, and then there were just a couple of the plays where I was just getting lost throughout the seed, and it just felt really iffy. I really wish I would have done Diver Down. I need to practice that more, but Icebreaker was fun to pull off. I'm enjoying doing Icebreaker now, as a person in the crowd. So.
But yeah, once again, GG's. Before we wrap things up, is there anything else you're looking forward to for the next couple of weeks, aside from cross keys?
No, just cross keys. Mystery, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Be kind of cool if it turns into a retro. I've always enjoyed the occasional retro here and there. I'm excited for my teammates race here coming up, I think, like right now. JJ
Yep.
Blue's going up. So
Yeah, so
be
anyone
here.
that's wanting to stay and watch another fantastic race, we are about to go into that here in about 3 minutes. We're going to go and switch over and get things ready. So stick around. We're going to have another awesome race, and we'll go ahead and have that fun. But once again, shout outs to all the wonderful people that have decided to put this league together. Sicknasty for racing, Alyn for also racing, both fantastic. Thank you so much to Yonker's wife for doing the tracking. She is a wonderful person, and clicking those buttons is never a fun or easy thing to do. So kudos to that. And I have been Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. I'm gonna go ahead and step down and let the new commentators come in just a sec, but we shall see you all in a few minutes.